Right. Hey guys, we are live, everybody. Um, we're excited to be here today on Facebook Live with you guys. Just a really cool story, really cool topic. Person that I was introduced to by Jenny LeBlanc, one of our agents here at Homes of Idaho. His name is Daniel, and Daniel has defied odds. He is an amateur boxer, but he's not just any amateur boxer. He's got a very unique story behind him that both Jenny, really is passionate about his story, and she helped me to become passionate as well for this. And it's something that we are excited to be a part of and help sponsor him as a company with Homes of Idaho. And we want to get all of you in tune with what his story is, so that if you guys are passionate as well and want to help, you can reach out to us, reach out to Jenny, reach out to Daniel directly about the story. So, we're excited. Jenny, do you want to make introductions, you and Daniel?
Okay, thanks again for having us. We are really excited to be here. I am very passionate about this, and I was introduced to Daniel, oh boy, like 6 years ago, 5 years ago or so, and he has just changed so much and has inspired me. And so I want him to tell you a little bit more about himself, and hopefully you will see the need to jump on board and support this young man as we have.
Awesome. Daniel, you want to? I'm going to ask actually Daniel some questions here that I brought. One of the first questions we have for Daniel here is, being in boxing, what would you say? I know we've talked about this, but I want to let everybody else know. What would you say, like in your boxing? What does your training look like?
I usually start in the morning. I go run like anywhere from 5 to 8 miles, and then I'll go home and I'll shower, and then I'll go do strength and conditioning at another gym, and then I usually go home and eat around 12. That's like my first meal of the day, and then I eat again at 3:30, and then I go to the boxing gym at 4:30, and then I'll get done about 8, 9.
Every day?
Every day, I'm Monday through Friday, and then Saturday is just whenever I'm feeling going.
Wow. Yeah. So really, boxing kind of is your whole life, then, right? Yeah.
So what kind of food do you eat in the day? Do you try to eat?
Eggs, protein shake, fruit, salad. Try to get like meat, chicken, beef, protein.
Did you always eat like this?
No, I ate a lot of fat food.
Yeah, I actually should have brought this picture that I have of Daniel when I met him. He was pretty chubby. He was definitely not in shape. I think he'd been through a lot, and he wasn't fit at all. And I'll probably I'll post a picture for sure of him just when I met him, so you can see his transformation. And I remember when he started talking about how he needed to eat salads. Like, I'm going to start eating salads because I have to cut weight and stuff. And I was really, I was just curious what was driving him to do that. Like, why all of a sudden does this kid want to make a change in his life? Because most people don't ever do that. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought it was cool how he's completely transformed his body working out so much. And if you look for him around town, you're gonna see him running like early in the mornings everywhere. And he's got his little headphones on, and he's got like 10 layers if he's trying to cut weight, and he is just running all over town. So honk at him if you see him.
Awesome. Yeah, I think Daniel, you said that prior to meeting me, you had actually do your runs by our office here in Nampa. You'd actually never been in our building here, but you run past it every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, depending on what route I take it.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you do 3 miles or 8
7.
miles, 7. If he does 7 miles, he comes by the building.
5 and 7.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe I just go to the park.
Awesome. So
I usually see him at Lakeview And then he trains at a local boxing gym called Tomorrow's Champions. Really cool place that has just accepted him and trained him and thought of him as family. It's been really cool actually seeing them just kind of take over as a good influence in his life.
Very cool. So, we talk about boxing and your, some of your training, but, the biggest thing is you have a very story, kind of your road to get here. And do you mind sharing with us what struggles have you faced with both peers and family on this journey? You don't mind sharing?
About, I think when I was around between like 9 and 12, my dad got cancer. So we pretty much had cancer my whole life. So before that, I don't remember too much. And even like the first couple of years of that, I don't remember a lot because I was pretty young. But as I got older, I started to understand a lot more, what was going on. So that was kind of like for basically over almost my like whole life that I can remember, he had cancer. And so he passed away just this year, at the beginning of the year. And then as for with the people around me, like I did hang out with a lot of people that were bad influences, like when I was younger. And like I did kind of follow into that, like what they were doing. So
I remember when I met Daniel, he had like this, like a reflex that he developed because he kind of got beat on a lot from just neighborhood kids, and I think he got bullied a little bit. And so when I met him, he was kind of beat down spiritually and physically, and I'm not kidding, you would just like move around him and he'd like
yeah, I got bullied a lot for sure. I got picked on a lot. I was fat and overweight, like 220 when I was like 12.
Yeah, so that's incredible that he's just, like I've mentioned before, he never used any of it to like whine or use it as an excuse, or he never used it to get angry at anybody. He just kind of used it to get better, which is a lesson we all need to learn, I think. And I think he's handled this crazy life that he's been given a lot better than a lot of adults I know handle their lives. And so again, I'm just proud of him and inspired by him. And I know he's come from a really hard place. I know not many people can say they've come from a harder place. So he's somebody that everyone can relate to.
It's, I think for everybody, we all face challenges and obstacles, and what really matters is the perseverance that we have. And you carry perseverance. You have obstacles that come your way, and you push through those obstacles, and you have, that definite, overcoming challenges. Figure out, okay, if this is happening, that's happening. What can I do to push past this and overcome this? And obviously, working out, strengthening yourself, improving your physicality to get past the bullying, get past a lot of that. So next time you get bullied, you can just give them a good whooping, right? So
yeah, no, I don't. I try not to fight with people. I do all that in the ring.
That's cool. You get all your frustration out in the boxing ring. You save it all for the boxing ring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So next question I have is, let's see here. What and who? So what, or this could be what or who or both, has been your inspiration? Either a person or something that's inspired you.
I want to say there's like a lot of people. Like I've had a lot of motivation from a lot of different people. I've looked up to a lot of people growing up, but I think one of the things that does help me to just work through it is like I've come really far, so I can't really stop now. But I think one thing is for sure is my family, like the people around me. Like I want to have the money to take care of everybody. Like that my brothers don't have to work, my mom doesn't have to work, you know. And then like the people that help me here, like I want to be able to like give back to them, you know, help other kids like me, you know? Like I don't know, just that's probably one of the things that's definitely motivated me more. Is like to eventually be able to take care of the people around me.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, one of the best things that we can do in this, in our life is using what we've achieved and overcame to help others. And sounds like that's exactly what you're going to do and what you plan to do and what you are doing is taking what you learned and what you've been through and the obstacles you've overcome to help others. So, which leads me to my next question is what advice or encouragement can you give to others in a similar situation as yourself?
I don't know. I mean, like, just work hard, I guess. That's the only thing you can do. Like, work hard to do something more than everybody else is doing. Like, don't be like everybody else. Be different. Like, find something that you fit into and just follow with that. Like, whether it's sports or something like that, like whatever. Just find what helps you.
Yeah.
When your alarm goes off in the morning and you have to get up to run 5 miles, what's the first thing that goes through your head?
I don't want to do it. I'd rather just, go back to sleep. That's probably the first thing. I mean, earlier in the week, Monday and Tuesday, it's not so bad. It's like, yeah, I don't want to get up, but it's easy. But by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's like, I don't want to get up. Like, I'd rather just go back to bed. The first thing I definitely think about is I'd rather not be doing this. It's like, why am I doing this? Like, why didn't I just pick up? Something easy, but I start to lay there, I'm like, no, I gotta get up. I really gotta start. I gotta get ready. And then I just start usually thinking about like the kid I'm fighting, like why I'm doing this, like the people I do it for.
Yeah.
I definitely first thought if I don't want to do this, like when I wake up, like why am I doing this? Like I could just go back to bed and sleep until like 10, 11 o'clock.
Can't we all?
Yeah, I think another thing I see in you, Daniel, is just like when you have things that happen to you, it's really easy to give up, and it's really easy just to say, okay, I'm done. I've been beaten down too hard, and I think in anything, just getting back up and doing it again and learning from past mistakes and putting yourself in a new environment with new people that are here to support you, surrounding yourself with positivity and getting yourself out of that negative environment, people that are always going to tell you that you can't do it, that you're not good enough, that, and putting yourself around people who are going to tell you, yes, you can do this, you are going to do this.
Yeah, that's one thing that I never understood it. I mean, like the first day I really started training, like I didn't want to go back. Like it was hard, So I couldn't tell you why I'm here today. Like I could have quit like 5 years ago, like 6 years ago, the first day I stepped into the gym. So I don't know why I went back. To this day, I still don't know why I went back the next day. But I've definitely, it's not easy.
But he loves it.
A lot of people don't know, it's hard. It's hard for you.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, why don't you share some of your accolades with us?
I have been to quite a few national tournaments just in the short 2 years I've been in boxing. I've won 3 belts, a number of trophies and medals. I won state Golden Gloves this year at 152. Undefeated in Idaho. Just, a few.
Awesome. For the Olympics.
I'm training. Hopefully, like Olympics. We'll see. Olympics are still the second.
So undefeated in Idaho.
Yeah, undefeated in Idaho. Nobody in Idaho has beaten you. So.
Cool. Yeah, you're the man in Idaho. That's awesome.
Yeah, I believe I'm the best in Idaho. I know a lot of other people believe it. No, I just got to prove I'm the best in the nation.
Yeah. Nice.
I do believe that anybody that I fight, I'll be able to overcome. As long as my preparation's good. I have a good team behind me. A lot of people. I think I know I can do it.
Yeah, I think a good, I guess a good lesson is like anything, whatever you're passionate about. If I was to give advice to somebody, it's like boxing's your passion. Real estate's been my passion. Everybody has a passion. Is stick to what you're passionate about. There's times we put ourselves in situations where we're not doing what we love, and we're never going to be the best at something if we're not doing what we love. And so, doing what you love is where you find the most success. And so that's, I guess one advice I have for anybody watching is just always do what you love. Find something you're passionate about and stick with it and become the best at it. We always strive in our company to be, the best at what we do. And, always striving to be better and do better for our clients. And it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's real estate, boxing, any of that stuff, you just always striving to be the best at it. So I've got so achievements. Obviously, you've achieved a lot so far already. You've had a lot of achievements in your boxing career so far, but what do you hope to achieve in the future? What do you hope to achieve in the future in boxing? What's like something that would be like major wins for you, kind of short-term, long-term goals?
Short-term amateur. I want to win. I want to go to the Olympic trials. I want to win that. Long-term goals. I want to become world champion. I think that's something every fighter should want, world champion.
Awesome.
Other than that, that's about it. I mean, maybe a gold medal at the Olympics. I'm still deciding.
Nice. Well, those are good. Those are awesome goals. And, that's the other thing too is, again, this is a story about boxing, about Daniel. But I think another thing that everybody can learn from this and take from this is having goals. You're never gonna achieve greater. You're never gonna go further if you don't have goals. And Daniel definitely has goals. And so again, no matter what you're doing, set your bar high. And again, know that obviously you're not going to achieve it overnight. You got to have short-term, long-term goals in order to hit the big goal, the big hurdle you want to overcome. But without goals, you're not going to progress forward. And it really inspires. I know Jenny and now I'm passionate too to see that what Daniel wants to accomplish. So we all want to help Daniel. I hope after watching this, you guys want to help Daniel. The best place to keep updated on Daniel is going to be Jenny's Facebook page, her business page. So it's just facebook.com and then it's /Idaho Real Estate Jenny is her page. So click on follow her page so that you can stay in tune on Daniel's journey and his story. And we'll post his accomplishments. I think, if I'm not mistaken, aren't you leaving tomorrow, Daniel?
Yeah, I leave tomorrow for Portland, Oregon, for a fight. So I'll be fighting Saturday.
Cool. So fighting on Saturday. Lots more to come. And so if you want to keep up on Daniel's story, again, click on follow on Jenny's Facebook page, facebook.com/Idaho Real Estate Jenny, and she'll be posting about Daniel. And on her page, I'll have her repost it to the top. We started a GoFundMe for Daniel. So Jenny and I have committed to, as Jenny is her company, within Homes of Idaho, and then Homes of Idaho as a whole. We're both pitching in to help Daniel on this path and on his journey to be where he wants to be in his boxing career. And if you guys want to help out, definitely follow Jenny's page. Go to the GoFundMe page. There's a lot more information. She wrote a whole story about Daniel on the GoFundMe page, and you can read his full story. And if you have questions about his story, if you have any kind of questions that have come to mind during this video, definitely ask Jenny. She knows a lot about Daniel, and there's more than we can share here in this segment. So to learn more about Daniel and his story, reach out to Jenny, follow Jenny's Facebook page, and we love to hear what you guys think and have you guys follow along in this awesome journey with Daniel. So
we'll be sure to post pictures and videos, and definitely if you have questions, we're going to be filling some of Daniel's needs. He needs some equipment and stuff, and so if you'd like to be a part of that, if you want to sponsor, we would love to have you. And thanks again for being with us and watching. And this is how we are going to change our valley, is just one story at a time, one person at a time, and we have to believe in each other. And I just know that nobody can achieve anything great by themselves. It's always a group effort, and so someone's got to take the lead, and then us supporters have to be there and have to be faithful and loyal, and it's just as rewarding for us to see success. So appreciate Homes of Idaho for sponsoring and just always being there for our community. They're so great.
Awesome. So Daniel, real quick, what are some of the things that you need? I know that we're helping you, get some of the things that you're in need of, but like, obviously there's travel expenses every time you go fight. There's, all that kind of stuff. But what are some of the things that in order to get where you need to go that you're going to have to pay for along the way?
I mean, it's just a lot of travel expenses, training expenses, like dieting stuff, But travel expenses are definitely the big one. I want to try to go to as many fights as I can this year, Get maybe like another 20, 30 fights this year, if possible. 4 or 5 times a month I want to fight. That's my goal.
How often are you fighting right now?
I mean, this year I haven't been too active. Maybe like once or twice a month. But at the end of last year, I was fighting a couple times a month for sure. But I do want to get up to maybe 4 or 5 times a month if I can. It's just funding is a big one.
See, and that's awesome.
With the funding, I can fight for sure, like 4 or 5 times a month.
So that's awesome. So your only limitation, the only thing holding you back right now to be achieving and fighting the amount of times that you want to be fighting is financial. So that's really what's holding you back. So. Anybody watching that wants to help, Jenny's awesome for kind of helping to start this whole thing off and kick it off. But we're going to be helping. So anybody, no pressure at all. I mean, if you just want to follow along with Daniel's story, there's no pressure to obviously give anything. But we just want to make this story public and get it out there and let as many people know about Daniel and be along for the ride. So. Thank you guys, and thank you Daniel, thank you Jenny, and
thank you.
Awesome that we were able to do this. Stay tuned.